Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lunagrim, where I cover the Walking Dead universe. I like to talk about the comics, the shows, and I also open up Pokemon cards, so if you're interested, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Alright, let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about episode 22, Here's Negan, The Walking Dead season 10 finale. So there's been mixed reviews about this episode. Most of them are positive, but there are still those lingering people that don't like Negan. I might be one of those people. I have not been able to forget what he has done to Glenn and Abraham and countless others. So this episode started off with Maggie and Herschel just walking down the street of Alexandria, singing a song, talking about Glenn. They are purposely putting them in the beginning. That way we, the viewers, we remember that, Glenn existed. And now baby Herschel has to live without a father, and that is all thanks to Negan. So I have a question for you. Should Maggie forgive Negan after saving Dog, saving Judith, helping take down the Whisperers? Should that be enough for forgiveness from Maggie? Well, my answer would be no. I don't think Negan has done enough for Maggie for her to forgive him. But like I said, that's just one person's opinion, and you don't have to take my opinion for word. So let's get started. This episode was amazing. I will rank it 9 out of 10. Was it the best episode ever? No. But it also wasn't the worst episode. There's been many episodes that take those titles. But this was still a really good episode. Very finale-like. They had a cliffhanger at the very end as well. And it gave us all the emotions that a finale probably should give us. So it starts off again with Maggie and baby Herschel, and Carol sees that Maggie and Negan are not going to be able to live together. So she takes it upon herself to exile Negan. I'm still not convinced that it was a council thing. I'm pretty sure it was a Carol thing, which, like I said, speaks to her character. I love Carol. She is probably my favorite character out of this whole season. She is also a very complex character, just like Negan, very misunderstood by the public because of her recklessness this season. But she takes it upon herself to take him to a cabin, and she gives him food and shelter, which is, in my opinion, more than what Negan deserves, considering the things that he has done. But nonetheless, Negan goes through a journey trying to find his lost bat. He revisits the spot where Rick slit his throat, which was very nostalgic, and it brought back so many emotions. And it really got me thinking how much this show really needs Rick back for this last season. Even if it's the second half of the last season, Rick should come back in some way, shape, or form. Because the show started with him, the show should end with him. But we'll have to wait and see. We also got to see Michonne, and Negan was able to find Lucille. unfortunately, when he finds Lucille, he kills a walker with it, and in doing so, the bat broke. So this devastates him, and he then proceeds to cremate it, because throughout this whole thing, Negan calls his bat Lucille, his dead wife, and he talks to this bat like if it was Lucille. He cremates the bat, which in Negan style was very heartwarming, but also hilarious when he says, "I love the shit out of you." I thought that was perfect, because that is so Negan. That is just what makes Negan Negan. But after he burns the bat, he returns to Alexandria. He doesn't take into consideration that Carol, was trying to save him. So he returns. And we're left with a cliffhanger where Maggie is just staring him down, and then the music in the background was amazing. It just, it's like what's to come in the next season, which I'm hoping is Negan versus Maggie. And I know that's also going to be very controversial, because Maggie's also been with us for a very, very long time, and you want to root for Maggie, but Negan has become a fan favorite. I don't think that it's really going to be that serious. I think at the end of the day, they're going to have to work it out somehow. I don't see one killing the other, although I do feel Maggie should try, because her baby Herschel has to live without a father, and he knows exactly who is the one that killed Glenn. So there's going to be a lot of conflict there, and we'll see what awaits in the next season. But throughout this episode, we are, able to see some of Negan's backstory through flashbacks. I really like the way they did it. The flashbacks, they were really good, well thought out, and I think the first flashback is just of like how Negan was very how should I say it, childish. He was like a teenage boy, living in the basement, playing video games, not wanting to do what he needs to do. And you just think that that's Negan, he's playing video games. And then you start to find out that he is unemployed. He was a school teacher, and because he got into an altercation with somebody whose kid goes to the same school he was employed at, there was a lawsuit or something, and he is unemployed. But little do we know that Negan has been having an affair with Lucille's best friend. Janine is her name. And the realization of the viewers knowing, that he was cheating on Lucille, to me was very devastating. I think it was probably the lowest thing that Negan could have done besides killing people. He was having an affair with Janine, and because of that, he couldn't pick Lucille up from when she was going to get her diagnosis of cancer. She had to deal with that all by herself. And because I have a couple people around me who have had cancer, thankfully, my sister, she beat cancer, which I'm very grateful for, and I, thank goodness. But it must have been really hard, because I remember just how hard it was for the whole family when we found out that our sister had cancer. So for Lucille to find out that she had cancer, and the fact that she was completely alone, And when she tried to reach out to her husband, he didn't answer. So she called her best friend. She didn't answer, which she put two and two together, and it was revealed that, yeah, they were both having an affair. And the most amazing thing happened, which made me love Lucille as a character, was when she was waiting for Negan to show up. You know, she knew what was going on, but she kept it to herself. She had that gun handy, though. She had that gun right at her hip, you know, right on the on the chair. You know, I don't know exactly what she was planning on doing with it, but it was nice to see that she would have defended herself if, you know, she confronted him. And after that, you know, we see her deteriorate through the chemotherapies, and the unfortunate thing happens where the power goes out in the middle of the night, and her chemo medicine is no longer good. So Negan has to go out and try to find more, which is where we meet Laura for the first time. Not our first time, you know, on the show, but Negan's first time. She hits him with Lucille, what ends up becoming Lucille, the bat. And we find out that Laura was the one that gave Negan the bat, which raises the question, why was this bat so special? I thought it might have been because Lucille might have given it to him, or there was some sort of a inside joke with them, with the bat, you know. But no, it was just a regular bat that he got from some stranger. And then he named it after her and formed an emotional attachment, which I still don't understand. But that's what makes Negan, I guess. But it showed how much Lucille, his wife, loved him. You know, she waited for him to leave, even though she begged him to stay. He left to go look for the medicine, and she took it upon herself to unalive herself, which was very tragic. I don't think people should ever have to feel like there is absolutely no hope. You know, being a survivor of attempted, you know, I don't really want to say the word, but being a survivor of that, I know what it takes to get to that point. And for Lucille to feel that was just, I know, was devastating. And she loved Negan so much, to the point that she handcuffed herself to the bed so that when she reanimated, she couldn't get to him. You know, this episode showed us how much one person loved another, which Lucille loved Negan. And I really don't think Negan deserved her love. I think he was very undeserving of her love. But, you know, that's up to the viewers to decide whether, you know, Negan deserved all the love that Lucille gave him. But we got to see what made Negan Negan. You know, he had the jacket, and we got the story behind the jacket, and we got the bat, we got the story behind the bat, and it showed us what Negan is, how he became Negan. We saw his first and second kill with the bat in this episode, and it was amazing. You know, throughout the last 2 seasons, we haven't really been able to see Negan as a character like how he was. So to see him be Negan was actually pretty refreshing. It was also refreshing to see another side of Negan, you know, with the really long, like, trench coat kind of thing and the beanie, and he just looked very, you know, weak or whatever. Although I don't like using that word weak, but in a zombie apocalypse, you know, in the beginning there would be more weak people. I mean, if you think about it, Rick was considered weak when he first woke up from his coma. If it wasn't for Morgan and Dwight and Glenn, Rick would be dead. Just like Negan would be dead if Lucille wasn't there. But we do see a better side of Negan because he does go back to save the doctor. And he saves Laura. And I'm pretty sure they could do a spin-off of Negan, you know, starting the Saviors with Laura. I would watch that. Hell yeah. So all in all, great episode. Not really much to complain about. Still don't like Negan. As a matter of fact, I think I may dislike him a little bit more because of his backstory. But that's just, you know, that's the beautiful thing about being human. We can all have our own opinions. And we don't have to force it on anyone, because I'm not forcing it on any of my viewers. You guys can think whatever you guys want. You guys, it's your guys' right. And I would respect that for sure. But for me, I think I dislike Negan a little bit more because of everything that he put Lucille through. Well, that's basically my review about this finale. I rate it 9 out of 10. I think it's a really, really phenomenal episode. The writers did a really good job in telling a story with Negan and his backstory. And, you know, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's wife did a phenomenal job as Lucille. I don't see anyone being Lucille but her. You know, she did a phenomenal job. And we just got to see another level of who Negan is. We got to see him, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's, you know, acting skills. And, well, that's it. So if you guys would do me a favor and like this video, subscribe to my channel where I will be uploading more videos of The Walking Dead. I will be covering the last season of The Walking Dead, which is sad. Sad. I don't know what other word to use. It's just sad that it's ending. But it's also exciting because it's not really ending. You know, there's so much more to come to this universe, which is exciting to me. So do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I also open Pokemon cards, so if you guys want to check out my channel, stay for a while. I'd greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, you know, just take care. You know, take care of each other. All right, well, thanks for watching.